Good morning from Okinawa, Japan. How's everybody doing today? Last week I missed my video because I was doing my book, the biggest book on passive income part 2. So that took me 15 hours to put that book together. It's not fun. Anyway, so I'm back. And today, well, first I always like to say the time. It's 3:33 a.m. in the morning here in Okinawa. Today we're going to talk about what is passive income. All right, so this book is available for free download. Grab it, read it. This one actually links to a lot of different books, so to get you started. I thought it would be good to go back to the roots on what exactly passive income is so you understand. The word passive has been misunderstood, misconstrued, and passive, some people might take it as easy. It's anything but easy to start making passive income. However, when it does come, it's amazing feeling. All right, so what is passive income? When we go to work and we have a W-4 job and we get a W-2 at the end of the year, that is called earned income. All right, that is the most highly taxed income there is. All right, because not only are you paying your standard tax rate, somewhere between 25 to 33%, you're also paying Social Security tax and Medicaid tax and local tax and state tax, whatever. So you potentially could be walking away with 50 to 60% of your actual income that you work for, and you're exchanging time for money. And that's the key. It's called earned income. You are exchanging your time for money. When you stop working, there is no longer a paycheck. Now, when you're in the military, after 20 years of service, when you walk away, there will be a paycheck. All right, so that's why a lot of people stick around, because it's probably one of the best deals out there right now, is that you can actually stick around the military, do 20 years, invest your money, save your money while you're in, and then get out and have that pension. Pensions are very rare now. Now, passive income is when you exchange your time for assets. Your asset now can make you money, irregardless of what you're doing. Okay, let me say that again. Exchanging time for assets. The easiest example is writing a book. Let's say it takes you 2 months to write a book. You put the book out there, maybe you have an audience, you have a YouTube video that goes along with it, publish the book. A year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, that book could still be generating you income. Okay, so that's what passive income is, exchanging time for assets. And we'll get into all the different types of passive income today, so you can kind of see which one best suits you at the start. All right, it's best if you branch out into different ones. But now, before I go further, keep in mind that inflation is about to hit 10% coming in the next couple months. It's already at 8%. So these are scary times. If you believe that your earned income job is going to save you, it's not. It's not going to save you. Your wealth, your income is not going to grow faster than inflation right now. Gas has doubled overnight, pretty much. Okay, so we have to be very careful. Passive income, as I'm going to talk to you about right now, takes a lot of hard work, which is my next topic. It takes lots of hard work to build passive income. Why? Passive income is exchange of value. Okay, so you create something, you build something, it has to be valuable to somebody else. And then the money will be exchanged. If I buy a rental property and it's run down, I have to now exchange money or time to get it into shape so somebody will purchase it or rent that house. Okay, nothing is easy about passive income. But over time, the power of compounding makes your passive income grow. All right, whether that be books, dividends, real estate, crypto, what have you. All right, it takes time and the power of compounding, word of mouth, good business practices, daily routine, all those things compound into making your passive income streams. All right, they all work together. But if you think that you're going to jump in, do what these YouTube videos say, hey, you're going to jump in, create a PDF on Etsy, and then it's going to sell all this stuff, it doesn't work that way. All right. A lot of times you see things on YouTube where people are creating different, books, PDFs, things of that nature, NFTs, artwork. Okay, they already had an audience potentially, or they were already creators, graphic designers, writers. So they might have a 20-year career as a writer, and then they do their whatever to create a book, and then it does this, and you're like, oh, why didn't it happen for me? They already had the skill set. If you don't have the skill set, then you have to earn that skill set, create that skill set. Okay, so don't be fooled by what you see on TV. If you're starting from zero, there's nothing wrong with that. It potentially could take you 5 years to see some real income. But is 5 years really that much? 5 years ago, I was in the Marine Corps. I think I was in Japan or leaving Japan. It's not that long ago. Well, I'm back in Japan. Okay, so it's lots of hard work. Don't let the word passive fool you. Okay, it requires education. Passive income requires education. You have to know, not formal school education, self-education. You have to read. Reading is the most important part of building passive income streams. Every time you read a book, you're downloading somebody else's life, experiences, mistakes, wins into your brain. Okay, and inside your brain is formulating its own ideas and merging with other things you read, your own experiences, where you want to go in life. All right, and then it's spitting out a path for you to go. All right, if you're trying to do this without reading, it's hard. It's very difficult. Even YouTube classes, even online courses, I got it. Those things aren't going to save you. You have to read the books. All right, the book Limitless talks about how important reading is. It's one of the few things you can do that opens up your brain. Okay, so hopefully I'll let me write that down. I'll leave the link to my review or my 5 takeaways from Limitless, okay, at the bottom. Now, it requires education, self-education. Get in there, read the books. If you have no idea where to start, I'm on book number 100 right now, and I have reviews of all my stuff, 5 takeaways for all my 99 books. All right, so at the very least, you have 99 places to start. And once you start, you'll go down rabbit holes and head in your own direction. All right. Now, adding value. This is where reading comes into play. All right, you read books like Super Fans and Content Incorporated and the 10% Entrepreneur. Those books are about adding value. Okay, so even when you're investing in dividends, those companies are adding value. The companies you want to invest in, say McDonald's, say Starbucks. All right, you might not like those companies, but they're adding value to somebody else. That's why they've been around so long. All right, so in order for somebody to purchase something from you or to follow you, you have to add value to their life. When you start, you don't know how to add value to somebody else. You have information, you have things that you like, but how does that translate to somebody else? Why would somebody want to click on your page or download your book? All right, and that's part of the process of passive income, is figuring out, what your audience likes, how to do a good book cover. All right, these things don't come natural. How to write, how to do a YouTube video, right? Again, I'm not trying to be a YouTube star here. I just want to go through and give an explanation on some of my books. All right, maybe 5 years, 10 years from now, I'll be flashy. I'll have all this glitz and glamour, but that's not something that appeals to me. Okay, I like to talk. I go to work. I talk all day, right? Okay, so we want to add value, and it's very hard. So that's something that you just have to read. You have to understand. It takes time to learn what value is, to learn your value, your place in the world, what you're going to do, how you're going to contribute. All right, but for the most part, adding value is a daily exercise. How can you add value to somebody's life daily? All right, if you can commit to making yourself better, making the world better every day, you'll be successful. You can achieve your goals. All right, but if you think that you're just going to be 1 hour a week, put together something and throw it out on your own time, it's probably not going to work. Okay, so adding value is exchanging. America used to be based on a barter system, meaning we used to exchange goods and services. Okay, that's what passive income is. You're exchanging goods or services. Now, the types of passive income. And surprisingly, they match my different categories on my blog. All right. Now, before we go into the types, the first most important thing of starting passive income is the financial mindset. That's why most of my articles are on financial mindset. You can get into particulars later, but if you don't have the mindset, you're not going to survive. Financial mindset. One of the first things is, why am I doing this? Why am I waking up at midnight, grinding for 3 hours, shooting a YouTube video, going to the gym to come back, to write more, to publish more? There has to be a reason. I know my reason. My reason is I want to be rich, not for me, not for my wife, but for my kids. And I want to be home. I want to be chilling on my farm, but I want to have money coming in every single day. Okay, so I already see my vision. This is part of it. I can wake up and say, oh, wow, I sold $10 today. Great. Where do you want to go eat sushi at? Hey, I got paid dividends, $50. Where do you want to go? Right? Hey, my USDC crypto paid me. Let's go eat. Okay. Oh, rent payment, $2,000. I'll take it. Let's go to a hotel, chill out. Let's go to Biloxi, Mississippi and hang out. Right? That's where I see my life. I don't want to work full time. So now I have a full-time second job of writing, publishing, everything else. But all this will come to fruition later, right? 5 years from now, potentially. But I have to do it now. All right, so financial mindset. Why are you doing this? How do I add value? Why are my friends not supporting me? Right? So you have to understand all those things, right? So there's a lot of, how do I get lucky with money, right? Is it really lucky? Or do you have the education and the knowledge to find certain situations that make seem like lucky, but if you were untrained, you would not recognize them. All right. So books like Think and Grow Rich, right? That was written 60, 70 years ago, but it tells you how to envision your future. These are all very vital things. All right. So you first want to kind of start with the financial mindset. All right. And then I have a book or two books on how to, that focus on all my financial mindset articles. It's like 120 of them, I think. So those books are called Become CEO of Yourself. Okay. So Become CEO of Yourself 1 and 2. Read both of those. And those are all my mindset things. And I'm continuing on from those. I'm still, I always go back to mindset, reading books, Limitless, the book Mindset, right? Which is about a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Most people were built to be fixed mindset. There's only one answer. The teacher's always right. We can't collaborate. We can't work together. I have to go to this school. I have to get this job. My boss is limiting me. My job is holding me back. There's a whole nother world outside of that. Completely separate. And that's where passive income comes in. Okay. Now, second type of passive income, your retirement income. All right. 401k, TSP for us military folk, Roth IRAs, all that stuff. Okay. Now, these can be kind of dangerous because they can give you the illusion of security. Okay, I'm putting my 5% in. I'm getting matched. I'm good. Now, you still have to learn something. If you're going to retirement and let's say you have $500,000, which most people don't, but let's just say you have $500,000 in your 401k, you still need to know something. You have to know what time's a good time for the marketplace. You have to know taxes. What's my tax break or limit? How much can I take out before triggering the next branch? What are my required minimum distributions when I turn 72? How does this affect my Social Security? What happens if the market's down for a year? Do I take out money then? If I want to take out $20,000 a year, but inflation the next year is 10%, how much do I need to take out? Most importantly, how can I reinvest this money? And it's something that's going to keep paying me. All right, you have to learn how to create money. And unfortunately, 401k is not doing that for you. And, how do I leave this to my kids? What are they going to do with it? What's the next step? All right, so don't blindly, 401k is good when you're young, throw the money in there, it grows. But at some point, you're going to have to learn what to do with this thing. All right, because your pile of money will just get eaten away quickly if you're not continually growing it. All right, and most of these 401ks are going to slowly transition to bonds as you get older. So they're not going to be in the pure stocks. So they're going to slow down. Safely, it's safer for your money. However, it's not growing. It's maybe growing at 1 or 2% as opposed to 9 or 10. These are things you need to know. All right, so don't get caught in the trap of this retirement income. Those are good for, good plan, initial plan, backup plan, but we have to know what's going on in the world. All right, we have to make investment-based decisions almost every day. Okay, now, the one that everybody loves are dividends. All right, the most intimidating one, but the one everybody loves is dividends. Are they hard to start? I don't have an answer. Potentially kind of hard, but not. All right, they're slow. Right now, you can go with 5 companies: McDonald's, Starbucks, Alteria, which is my favorite, AT&T, Verizon. You take those 5, put $10 a week into those, and you'll be okay. All right. You throw an index fund on top, you're golden, right? And you do that for 10, 20 years and you'll be okay, right? Now, Verizon might drop off, AT&T might drop off, but if you're mildly following the markets, you'll be okay. Okay, so dividends aren't the hardest thing in the world. Now, when you start talking about getting high yield investments, which one of my videos is how to become an income investor, it's a lot different. Okay, so a dividend growth portfolio is more akin to a nest egg that pays you, right? So it's more akin to you have $100,000 or $1 million, whatever the case may be, in a dividend growth is paying you 3-4%. You have a good life. An income portfolio is you have $1 million, it's paying you a lot of money, but it's not growing. It's just there to pay you. Now, if you don't spend all the money, you reinvest it, then it keeps growing and growing and growing. All right, so this 2 different mindsets. And yes, you can have both. I have 2 to 3 dividend growth. I have 2 or 3 income portfolios. I find it extremely fun, right? Especially income. Pays me a lot of money, I put it back in. All right, dividend growth is pretty much set it and forget it. I don't think I've added too much in the last year, different stocks to my dividend growth. I just go, I got Pfizer in there, I got Starbucks in there, I just throw my money in there, right? Microsoft, Apple, throw my whatever I throw in there, $1,000 a month in there, right? And this goes up and down with the market, but overall I'll be okay. But the income investing is very fun for me. Okay, so dividends, passive income. All right, you have to put the time in. When you're starting, you probably need to put at least 2 hours a day into reading, understanding how the markets and interest rates and banks and real estate and commodities, how all these things affect the markets. Okay, so right now my farm stock, the REIT, my farmland REIT doubled in price. Why? Because fertilizer's down, right? Fertilizer is becoming very rare. It's coming out of Russia, and it might be getting cut off. Okay, so now all food commodities are going to be skyrocketing. All right, my gas stocks, ExxonMobil is skyrocketing. Why? Because gas is in short supply. It's going to maybe potentially go to $200 a barrel. All right, so how does that affect your stocks? How does that affect you at the ground level? Okay, so that's why how dividends and stuff like that. Do you have to be super deep? No. Is it fun? Sure. Make it fun, right? That could be that's all you have to do for passive income. You can just do dividends, right? Have a good time. Okay, so dividends. Next, real estate. Real estate runs the gambit. You can do something I consider real estate is living below your means in your house. Okay, that's probably the best real estate investment you can do. If you're a family of 4 and you can find a 1,500 square foot house, maybe you should move in. Downsizing, getting a roommate, buying a storage shed, renting out your garage, renting out your driveway. Those things are way more valuable than potentially owning a rental property. All right, because those things are actually getting to your core. Okay, real estate, housing takes about 50 to 60% of our income. So if you can get that down to 10%, you'll be rich very quickly, extremely quickly. Trust me, I know. Yes, I have rental properties, everything else, but I get a majority, lion's share of the income from renting rooms. All right. So, and that money goes directly into the stock market, which then gets a 10% return. All right. So you're printing money that's now getting a yield on it. How fast does it take? How long do you think it takes to get rich like that? It happens very quickly. Okay. I'm less than 3 years into my passive income journey. And me and my wife are already over $3,000 a month. Okay. So it happens quickly. So real estate. And then beyond real estate, you got single family, multifamily, commercial, apartments, mobile homes, RVs, RV parks. I just read a book on shipping containers, tiny homes, Airbnb. I mean, you got whatever you want. Whatever fits you, your lifestyle, your goals, your passions, you got it. Real estate is a huge, huge area for passive income. All right, but you got to have the right mindset. You can't just, I'm going to go buy this house and then it's going to pay me $300 a month, $500 a month. Sure. So that's what, $6,000 a year? Great. And then you're going to have a $7,000 air conditioner repair. Money gone. Is that quick? So you got to know what you're doing. You got to understand. You got to understand what you're getting into. Property management, right? So along with real estate, you have the different careers that lend into investing in real estate, right? General contractor, real estate agent, lender. Okay. All those things lend. You become a real estate agent, you get better deals. Contractor, you see what's going on. You do the work yourself, right? Lender, agent, all those things are part of the real estate environment that can set you up even better. Okay. So real estate is as deep as you want it to go. Me personally, I'm kind of over the whole tenant thing. But I've been taking care of Marines for 23 years, so you can see where I'm coming from. Cryptocurrencies, all right? I haven't went decentralized yet. I don't have the time to look into decentralized, so I'm centralized, meaning that I'm on the standard markets, but I'm on Voyager. I put $200 to $300 a month into my Voyager, mainly right now USDC. But I invest for the interest in crypto. The interest rates are really, really high, which is good. Last month, I put in all my $300 into Polkadot, right? Because it's at 12% on Voyager, 12% interest. All right, USDC is at 9%, Voyager coins at 7%. All right, so each month I wake up, on the first of the month, I get 6 different interest payments. Okay, so again, crypto's a whole nother world for passive income. But if you're getting deep into crypto, build an audience, release your own coin, something like that. Or get in deep with other coin devs. Get it. The closer you are to the start, the origin of a coin, the better off you are. If you're waiting for the news to tell you what coin to invest in, have fun. Okay, so you want to get closer to the thing long term, but read the books. How to DeFi Beginner, How to DeFi Advance. Okay, so it's part of those books I've read. That will get you started into, you need to understand the crypto space moves fast. You probably need to put in 3 to 4 hours a day on crypto to stay up to date, to make great decisions. 3 to 4 hours. You need to be on Discord, Twitter. A lot of things happen through Twitter. It's by the minute in crypto. All right, because the market never ends. Something to think about. But that could be your claim to fame, right? Your passive income right there. And then if you hit it big, diversify. I see a lot of people, I know a lot of people that hit it big in real estate. Hey, I'm up 400,000 on my house. Great. What's next? Hey, I hit it big on Tesla. Okay. So you hit it big on Tesla, you make $200,000. Is your next goal just to leave it in Tesla? Or can we parlay that $200,000 into a house, into dividend stocks, crypto interest, right? A business, right? So again, the more you know about passive income, the better well-rounded you are. Don't get caught up in what everybody's saying. Please. Don't get caught up with everybody saying. I was watching a video the other day on a blogger who's making $70,000 a month on her blog. Great. So then, I watched a couple of more videos, and she's saying, well, I'm paying myself, roughly, a low wage, maybe 50, 60,000 a year. You see where I'm going with that? All right, her blog's making 70,000, but they're not really saying that, okay, I have 5 writers. I have a web designer guy. I have somebody to answer all the emails and the feedback and all this stuff. Okay, so don't get caught up in the numbers. If you pay for a big business, then you have big results. But how much are you bringing home? So don't get caught up in the numbers when everybody's making these big numbers, all right? They're hiring people. They have staff. They have all these different things going on. Health insurance and HR and all these different things. All right, so just focus on yourself. You'll be okay. Okay, so the last one is business. This is the biggest one. I just released today, Retire Rich, Retire Comfortable with a Business Part 3. All right, and so each of those is accumulation of 6 months to 8 months of my business articles. And I put them all together, throw them down. I just released that today. Okay, so business I break up into 2 different things: royalties and automated business. Okay, so I'm all about passive income. Anybody can go and start a job. All right, so I don't worry about that, right? So think about it. I can go open up a liquor store and work it myself. So I basically just created myself a job. Okay, yeah, I might be able to control my salary, but chances are my sales, how much I sell, my profits are going to control my salary. That's it. However, right, business mindset, I go in, I make my liquor store special, right? Maybe I have some shindigs there. Maybe I have a dancing party. Maybe I do, salsa dancing lessons, yada, 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 right? I have, a meet and greet for singles, whatever the case may be. Then I install a manager, and then I go create another business and do the same thing. I do 3, 4 of those, and then I franchise it. So everybody, I got my standard operating procedure. I sell that. I sell the name. I have some credibility. People don't want to start from scratch. Hey, here's the name. Here's the SOPs. Here's exactly what you need to do. And I already got the brand going. I got advertising. Jump in. Oh, by the way, pay me 5% of your profits. There you go. right? So that's the business mindset. We're not trying to create jobs here. All right. Most of us are, probably if you're watching this, you have a job. So do you want another one? I don't. Okay. Remember, exchanging time for assets. Now, royalties. I wrote a whole series on royalties. Okay. Here's what I have for royalties: music, photos, art, video, audio, writing. Okay. So video, like I'm doing now. Writing, which is I do every day. Audio is what? Podcast. Art, NFTs are huge in art. Okay. Photos, you can create stock photos, sell them. Okay. And then music, you don't always have to create the music. You can create a video about doing music that people enjoy, follow, right? If you're good, if you can do music, and you don't have to be the best. You just have to be better than somebody else. Okay? Or you can just write about how you're learning different music. And guess what? A lot of people want to learn. They'll see what you're doing and follow you behind you. All right, so those are royalties. Okay, that's why I started writing, so I can have royalties. Now, automated business, something like a vending machine. Okay, at first we start a vending machine business. We empty everything out, we exchange it ourselves. Once we get good, what do? Hire somebody else to do it. Now it's automated. Hey dude, grab everything, deposit my money. Great. Takes their low salary, their low cut, and then you get your cut. Your cut will be smaller, but now you have more time to do something else. Okay, vending machine, laundromat. Okay, we set up our laundromat, everything's good, blah, blah, blah. Then we install somebody to go do the coins, do the maintenance, pay them off. Hey man, deposit my money. All right, that's what it's all about. Start something up, train somebody else to do it, you move on. Okay? Same thing with a food truck. I read a book about a food truck. If you want to start a restaurant, it's probably better to start a food truck. Make sure that way you know what menu items are good. Because again, when it gets into business, whatever you think is going to work probably won't. The market demands something different than you love. How many times I release a book every day? So how many times I'm like, man, I love this cover. Crickets. Man, I hate this cover. Oh, it's selling. You can't make this stuff up. And it's almost every single time. Everything I love, not so much. The market doesn't love it. Things that I'm like indifferent, market loves it. It is what it is, right? That's why it's good to get out there and add value. You don't know what's going to do. All right. So every mission, has a plan until first contact, until something happens. All right. So I don't know how long I've been rambling on, but that is passive income. Okay. So I owe you some things, some products down at the bottom. I'll throw those in there. Grab the book, read it. It links to like another 20 books. And if you haven't guessed, my whole deal is this. Every time you pick up one of my books, it's the ecosystem. All right. You'll be in there. It'll take you, if you want, if you keep going back in time, you can go all the way back to my first articles. Because everything is linking all the way back. Right. And I'm getting close to 800 articles. Right. And I'm just going to keep writing. I think that's what I really want to do. I just want to write every day. Right. Once I retire, just keep writing. Right. There's always something going on in finance, passive income, business. There's always something new. There's always something old. There's always a new experience, something new to try. Heard a new story. Right. So very fascinating stuff. But passive income is generational wealth. Okay. If I'm writing books now and I have thousands of books by the time I die, right, that goes to my family. You can't leave a job to your kids. You can leave a business to your kids. You leave dividends to your kids. You leave royalties to your kids. Okay? So that's where we're going with this. If you put in the hard work now, put in the 3 to 5 years to get set up, and then everybody, your whole generation, future generations benefit. Okay? So there's a lot of higher level thought here, right, than just making money, right? But right now, The main goal is beat inflation. Inflation is going to be at 7 to 8%. All my investments this month, I'm aiming for 12 to 13%. All right, stocks are beaten down. I'm looking at my yield. I'm buying. I'm going hard, right? I want those fat dividend payments, right? I don't want to go to the store and not have money. I've already lived that life. Why? I'm not going back, right? So I'm working my rear end off to make it happen. Okay. So anyway, let me get out of here. I got to go to the gym. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.